17-0, baby. Look at those wins. All right. Now, I mean, obviously, you guys have pretty much digested this if you're a Jets fan by now. But, I mean, Jake was saying last night, and he was saying on a show, Jake Asman, part of the Jets Collective, myself and Rich Samini, do it once a week. We did it last night as soon as the schedule dropped, even though we had a lot of the schedule with the leaks. We'll do it twice a week during the season. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's awesome. It's just a really fun, good show, and it's growing. It's going to be the number one Jet show out there. That's my mission. That's our mission. So Jake was saying it's a must win. I mean, I thought I was the one with those, those drop dead bottom line, non-negotiable declarations. I mean, Jake is doing it as well. It's not a must win. I mean, you like to win it. Now, I understand why he's saying that because. And Robert Saleh, I really couldn't care less about that. I know what the NFL tries to do. Former coaches, this quarterback's playing his old team, but whatever. I mean, Robert Saleh stunk as a coach for the New York Jets. And really, if you asked me to play any team to start the year based on the teams I knew the Jets would be playing, I'd have to say Tennessee. I mean, I wouldn't mind being at MetLife, although I am going to run another Jets trip in Tennessee. So that's going to be a blast. Awesome city. I'll give you guys details as we get a little bit closer here. I mean, Tennessee stinks, dude. They're terrible. And I don't think Robert Saleh is a good coach. Now, the problem is the Jets stink until further notice. The Jets are terrible, and Aaron Glenn stinks as well. So it's probably like a battle of like lightweights here. But you do have a chance to bag your first win. Now, and they're 1.5-point dogs already. How about that? Jets aren't even favored at Tennessee. My goodness. Not a single primetime game. I don't care about that. See, to me, as the Jets are trying to build this culture, I'm not going to maybe I'll run through every game real fast. I'll do the same for the G-Men real fast, right? But bigger picture, keep that up, Jake. For the first, there's only 5 teams with no primetime games. Remember, they changed the rule where everybody had to have at least a Thursday game, whatever it might be. I don't care. Basically, every game's at 1 o'clock. Don't give me Nance and Romo, no disrespect, but give me like the D or the 4th or the 5th string broadcast team. Let the Jets figure things out in relative anonymity. I don't need the entire country popping in. Oh, let's watch the circus Jets. Let's get a butt fumble. Let's see Ghost with Darnold like against the Pats years ago. Just let them build a culture and go about their work with very few people except Jet fans watching. So the thing is and I do think the Jets will be better this year. It's a tough start here. Let's say they beat the Titans 50-50, and then there's some good fun energy with the Packers. All right, home opener. Packers are good, but whatever. If they lose that Tennessee game, it really just sets a tone for at Detroit. I know anything can happen, but they're probably not winning that game. At the Bears, probably not winning that game. Patriots, probably not winning that game. See, I really wish, why could it be at Titans, home to the Dolphins, home to the Raiders to start? And then maybe take the Vikings, who are week 17, and throw them somewhere in the first 2 months of the season, right? And then the Cardinals as well. This is a tough start. It really is. But one thing I've learned about these schedules, what you think is going to happen very rarely does happen. So I'm not going to go nuts. It's just a basic observation. I don't care that they're not on prime time. I like that they're at 1 o'clock, although, to watch the Jets and the Giants will be problematic because the G-men have a lot of 1 o'clock games as well. And, I think if you win the Tennessee game, it sets you up to, at least have a meaningful start to the season. And even if you're 1-4, it's not inconceivable that you can rip off back-to-back wins in week 7 and week 8. Whether it's Kirk Cousins or Mendoza, Dolphins have stripped down entirely, new coaches and all that stuff. Obviously, Chiefs, Bills, tough. Chargers, tough. But then the Dolphins again. The Week 13 bye is as late as it's ever been for the Jets. I think it's a real disadvantage if you stink. I think it's a real good advantage if you're really good. So it's probably going to be a disadvantage because if you're a good team, even though it's really late, there would be real value for getting a chance that late in the season to kind of, all right, let's really ice up. Let's really collect ourselves here for a long run, but is what it is. I'm not going to cry too much about that. And then listen, if the Jets say if they do beat the Titans and they beat the Dolphins and they beat the Raiders and they steal one game against one of these teams that nobody thinks they're going to beat, Well, then all of a sudden you're like, all right, at Arizona, yeah, I got a chance there. That Vikings game, Vikings aren't going to be that good, I don't think. But yeah, you want to win total here? I don't know. Can the Jets go? I remember before I saw the schedule, I'm like, I think they could win 7 or 8. I would not bet on 8 now. That seems ridiculous. 7 seems a little high as well. You want to tell me the Jets are 6 and 11? You want to tell me the Jets are 7 and 10 in that neighborhood? Anything less than that, Glenn is gone. So that's my take on the Jets. On the Jets schedule. Let's get the Giants up there. The G-Men. The G-Men. All right. Now, the Giants out of the chute here, and obviously that's what happens when you have a coach that's got some respect. You're going to have the primetime game, then you get a little bit of a hanger there with Tennessee, Daboll obviously on the staff. I mean, to me, just contrasting it to the Jets, the Giants have a very favorable schedule here. I think Marash put this tweet out, Sean, where when they some of the games, or I think 3 of the games that they play this year, the team that they're playing is in London before that, which logistically is a disadvantage for their opponent and a little bit of an advantage for the Giants, you would think. I mean, listen, can you beat the Commanders? Sure. I mean, should you beat Tennessee? Yeah. I mean, should you beat the Cardinals? Why not? I mean, the Saints aren't going to be that good. You get a chance for a little revenge there. Texans will be tough. But, I think that the Giants, to me, are a team where I even if it's a false belief, I think that going into October, like Halloween, the Giants will be right in the middle of things here, 500, maybe a game above. And I'll tell you what, if they beat Dallas week 1, I think it's unrealistic to think you're going to beat the Rams necessarily. But if they beat Dallas, the Giants will be over 500 going into October. They're going to win those 2 games with the Titans and the Cardinals there. They're going to win. And then if you get that, and I know we're really connecting a lot of dots and who the hell knows, but now all of a sudden, all right, Commanders, Saints. Like, it's not inconceivable that the Giants are, 4 and 5 and 2. It's not. And they've got a well-placed bye. So that is the Giants schedule right there.